Tamane.
Toa. Hii kuliweiva. Kama hizo nini zimeweza kupita koroga.
Okay.
Tutakueleza.
Niache. Nimechanganya. So kuna zile zilikuwa zinaiva tu na zilikuwa zinaiva. I'm sorry guys for the interruption. I think there was a problem with our network. I don't know whether right now we are clear to those of you who are watching us right now. If you're not aware, my name is Devance Ogweno and this is Cliff. And right now what we're doing, we are trying to make samosas for our business. These are samosas for sale. We did a first video, but the network had an issue kidogo. And so we've decided to come back again. And so this is making samosas for business part 2. The previous one is a part 1. This is a part 2. What we're doing right now, we are making samosas, and in another separate video, I will try to share with you more and more. I think I will do a recipe on how to make them, an organized video that you will love and you really appreciate. Once again, I want to appreciate my brother, what is his name? Kevo wa Pipeline. This boy is a very great supporter of ours, and I really appreciate him. By the way, Cliff, anytime we go live and you see this boy, always appreciate him. But there I owe you something, and the next time we shall meet, I will make sure that I've done something good that you'll appreciate. I will actually give you a surprise, a gift, at least, because he's a great fan of mine. He's always in the notification gang. When I post a video, he's always the first one to click, and I don't take it for granted that he actually does so. So what we are doing right now, we are making samosas for our business tomorrow. The time right now in Kenya is 10:31 p.m. So we have less hours to sleep because we have to wake up in the morning to go and continue with this business, right in the cold, to try to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason why we are doing this a bit late is because we are not intended to start this evening.
Yeah.
But as we were just taking a walk outside, late in the evening, we were just wondering what is it that is really keeping us not to start with something, yeah?
Yeah.
Because we can't really wait to have everything ready, yeah?
Yeah.
The little that we have, can't we just start? That's a major question we were asking ourselves. So I just told Devance that I think that what we really need to do is to start up the equipment that we have.
Yeah.
So I'm not going back on this. I just have to ensure that I begin the process. So he thought I was never serious about it.
Yes.
But I just told him that let's go to the grocery, go get the green grams. Then we moved around, picked a few spices for this particular business. Onions, we went and bought the packaging envelopes. Yeah, and then I told him that...
The packaging envelopes, by the way, we forgot to tell them. Yeah. I will be happy to see you, bro. Thank you so much, Kevo. Yeah. The packaging, tumenunua 85 bob.
Yes.
There are 100. Yeah, 100 of them at 85 bob. Yeah. So everything is possible. You just need to believe in yourself and start it.
Yeah.
Kwanza ndio ngumu, by the way. Starting the business is what is difficult, but the moment you've started it, you are good to go. So everything is possible. That is one thing I would always encourage anyone who's watching us right now. Everything is actually possible. If we made the bold step to start it, even you can actually do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is happening is making the pockets for samosas, and here we have our green grams, or we call it dengu in our language, that is Kiswahili. It's actually getting ready, Naiva. Ojo, do you think this one is fine?
You can just taste. With some level of tenderness.
Okay.
Once it tastes, then you can be able now to...
Yes, it has to be...
Switch off
the gas.
The gas.
No, Thinking even from the edges, I think it's almost ready.
How is it?
I think it was let me give you a test. Simbaya.
So what we do, because oh yeah, that is okay.
Because
that is okay. No, so after umezima, you have not to separate them.
So I separate
Exactly.
from the nini.
And from the business.
Okay. So
maybe you can just take a quarter for our dinner, for our supper.
Nitengeneze nitatosha mpaka in the morning, sindio?
Yes.
Good. So what you're saying, guys, we're just planning because sisi tunaishi wanaume. We're just boys. So as boys, we have to plan ourselves. So we are trying to figure out from this hii nini ya biashara, these green grams for selling, we want to divide some at least ndo tukule for supper because we've not eaten supper. So we're gonna make it with some rice and then the rest will keep for business tomorrow. This making samosas is a procedure. It's not it's not easy, by the way. So let me tell you something. By the way, before we continue with this video, I want to appreciate or I want to acknowledge, I want to give thanks to one of you who actually enabled some of these things work out. Because as I told you before, that I was thinking of doing a fries business, and that is what we've always been planning to do. We have other equipment that we cannot show you here because they can't fit here, all of them. And we were planning to do the fries business with this friend of mine. And the person who enabled all that is one of our favorite YouTubers. It's called Fishmonger Stories. Now, when I shared with Fishmonger Stories and told him that, you know what, bro, I want you to support me because life has become so difficult for us here in Kenya. We cannot afford to pay bills and tunafungiwa manyumba, this and this are happening. So when I shared with him that, you know, bro, I want you to help me with this and this, he asked me, how much do you need for the business? And when I shared my quotation with him, he was so generous and he actually sent me the money all the way from USA, United States of America. Now, that one was a challenge to me because here in Kenya, we have other people who are stable and well off, but they were aware of our situation, they were aware of what we were going through, but when we approached them to support us, they were, you know, they were so
promising.
Yes, yeah. You know those promises zenye mtu anasema ati I will see what you do tomorrow. Yeah. Kesho kuja, come and tell me how you've planned. At the end of the day, when you go, they don't help you. They keep on giving you excuse after excuse. But this is one person all the way from another continent. When we shared with him our idea, he was willing to support.
Yeah.
George, thank you so much for your support, and we are grateful. We are doing all this because you showed us support. Now, back onto our table here. Cliff, maybe you can take them through on what you're doing. As I
so basically what I've done, the initial process was to do the reading and to come up with the dough. So we've already, we are done with that has already passed. So we had the small balls. So I've taken the smaller balls, you take two pieces and then you put them one on top of the other. But in between them, you ensure that you put a layer of oil so that when you roll on the table, because you see you have to gather. But in between them, you ensure that you put a layer of oil so that when you roll on the table, because you see you have to like you flatten the dough. You see like this piece, you have to flatten it and make it wider. So the reason why we have to put them one on top of the other and sandwich them with a layer of oil is for us to be able to separate them once we roast them. Because after rolling, we have to roast them. Just the same way you roast chapatis, you have to roast them but then you don't have to roast them to the point that maybe they get burnt or maybe they turn brown. You just heat them and ensure that you are able to separate them. So once that process is done, you put them on the table, you cut into half and then separate them. So when you separate, like this one will give us about 4 pieces. And Devance is pulling something from the shelf. Okay. Yeah. So this particular piece will give us about 4 pieces. Yeah. So on this table, I have about how many? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 pieces. 15 pieces will be able to give me about 60 pieces. Or 60 those thin envelopes, the ones that will now be folding, yeah? So I'll be able to have about 60. So for the 60, if we are gonna be successful with the price that we have set, then it means this particular work that we are doing now will be able to generate about 600 shillings. And out of the 600 shillings, of course, we have to really have, we have to split between the cost, whatever cost we incurred to come up with this, and the revenues. So out of the revenues, we'll be able to have the cost and then also be able to determine our profit. And I just want to believe that our profitability, if all goes well, and if we are able to sell all this, we'll be able to have about 400 shillings. Honestly, 400. We're able to have about 400 shillings. Honestly, 400. Where can you pick 400 shillings?
That's true.
You can't pick it anywhere.
That's true.
Yeah. So if we are, if we really,
that's true.
You can't pick it anywhere.
That's true.
Yeah. So if we are, if we really, tomorrow we'll be able to have our meal. Yeah.
At ease.
Yeah.
And in 2020, due to he has the spirit like he doesn't. Do you do YouTube? I also do you have a YouTube channel? Let me know down there if you have a YouTube channel. If so, and then I can also ask people to subscribe.
Yeah. The envelopes. You can do the envelopes, pack them for you, and then send them
It's
over.
possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
It's really possible.
Even
So I
if
think
you want the envelopes.
the only hassle that maybe we'll remove for you is just the envelopes. You can do the envelopes, pack them for you, and then send them
It's
over.
possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
It's really possible.
Even
So I
if you
think
want
going
the
forward,
envelopes,
we'll be able to promote this particular idea and see if it can really work for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you've also seen, sometimes making these envelopes is a little bit difficult. We call them envelopes. This is in Ogweno. Don't let us from the video, but do let us know. Are we clear? If anyone is watching, if you can hear my voice, if you can see me, please just try it down there. We want to share